Hello, everyone. How are you?
How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us right now. My name is Nick Glosson. I'm a field recruiter here at Melton Truck Lines, and I'm here with my co-worker, Monica.
Hello, everyone. My name is Monica Lopez, and I'm a field recruiter here as well. Thank you for joining us. We're so excited that you're here today and can't wait to answer a lot of questions and give you some information and reference to Melton in hopes that you would consider us or maybe consider a driving career.
Yes, guys, we've been with Melton for quite a while now, but we're field recruiters, and our main job is to go out into the field and speak to different driving schools, speak to potential drivers about coming to drive for Melton. So today we really kind of want to discuss a little bit about our company, tell you a little bit about our pay, benefits, equipment, home time, everything like that. The main thing is we want to find out if we're going to be a good fit for you. So please, and at the end of it, guys, we'll have some questions that you can ask. There should be a little tab up in the middle, or excuse me, up at the top right-hand corner that you can click on to type any questions. So after me and Monica go through our spiel and tell you everything you need to know about Melton, we'll have a question and answer type thing at the end.
So as Nick said, we've been here for a while. So I've been with Melton for about 13 years. How long have you been here, Nick?
Going on 7 years.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun for sure, right?
Yes.
So as of my profession with Melton, I started 13 years ago as an associate and moved into a lead position, and gracefully moved into a recruiter, and I was an internal recruiter for several years, and I joined the rest of the crew, well, actually Nick, and his team about 3 or 4 years ago. So I'm really happy and super excited. I love my job. I love interacting with other people and making, helping others change their lives. Trucking, I feel like has changed people's life, actually saves people's lives sometimes, And so I'm very passionate about this. We love our jobs. I think that Melton helped us be successful and continue to love this job because we work for an amazing company, guys. As I mentioned, 13 years, 7 years, I think that speaks loudly. If you don't like something or someone doesn't treat you right, you run away, hit the road, right? So
yeah, exactly.
So we definitely want to share with you guys everything about the company, what we admire about the company, what we love about the company, and talk to you guys a little bit about our experienced drivers and trainees. We hired both. And so we want to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about our job requirements. How can you apply with us? What are the requirements? I get asked this question a lot. And I always tell folks that we are DOT mandate. It requires that we take an application and verify at least 3 years of employment. But nothing is really black and white. There's a lot of great areas that we could work with. We're not here to judge anyone. We're here to help people out. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. There is some guidelines that we need to meet by DOT guidelines and regulations and also company policies because of the type of freight that we move. But we try to help. Actually, our recruiting team is amazing. We go on and beyond to try to help someone out. So just keep in mind that you are in good hands if you decide to submit an application with us. And as my coworker Nick says, in 30 minutes, when we start doing some questions, please ask us questions. Any concerns you may have, we'll be more than happy to answer them. So as far as our job requirements, as I mentioned, we just require to obtain 3 years of employment, whatever you were up to in the last 3 years. Sometimes people get confused. They think that it's 3 years of driving, but it's not. What we're looking for is just 3 years on an application. Whatever you were up to in the last 3 years. As far as our safety, we go back 6 years. So we ask your driving record within 6 years, but mainly focus more in the last 3 years. Backgrounds, well, we could hire someone that has a background, not a problem. We do have some military accounts that it's you have to have clearance, so you have to meet certain guidelines. We also encourage applicants to get some endorsements. And so Homeland Security does background. So long as you meet those guidelines, you qualify to work for us. So and so that's technically what we do. We could take an application over the phone. We'll prefer to take an application over the phone, but we get a lot of applications online. But we'll like to talk to you about taking an application over the phone. It's easier. We could expedite the process quicker because we'll be able to help you. If you don't remember the name of the company, we'll look it up and we'll put all this information together for you. So I personally prefer that. And, because I'm updating that information with you and we're working together versus you going online and you might have some technical difficulties and you get frustrated because let's be honest, sometimes our smartphones are not that smart, right? So, but if you prefer to take an application, submit an application online, we'll do so. Also, once you submit it, we'll have our experts follow up with you and start the pre-hire process. Nick is going to talk to you guys a little bit about what happens after you've been qualified to work for us and what our training program is.
Definitely. Yeah, guys, real quick, a little bit about us. She told you about the hiring process, everything like that. After you complete the application, then your recruiter will walk you through step by step, and they'll help get you through the setup orientation and everything. But guys, what we are is, we didn't mention this at the beginning, but what we are, we're Melton Truck Lines, and guys, we've been around since the 50s, so we're definitely a stable company. Definitely not going anywhere anytime soon. That's one good thing about it. But we're an over-the-road flatbed company, okay? So we're an over-the-road, we're a flatbed company, like I said. So we'll get into the home time and everything in just a little bit. But guys, what we want to do is, we want to, the main thing we preach, guys, is we want our drivers to come in and feel like family. We never want our drivers to feel like a truck number or something like that, okay? That's the main thing that we preach, family atmosphere here. If you do your research and stuff, you'll see that's what the majority of our drivers talk about. When you come in, you're going to meet everybody from our president on down. His name is Bob Peterson. You call him Bob, very informal. He actually used to be a driver before he's president, has his Class 8 CDL, so we can actually kind of relate to our drivers. We feel that's very important. You're always going to have somebody available for you 24/7, okay? Always going to have somebody available 24/7 for you. So you're never going to be alone out there on the road. But after you get through the application process and get approved and get set up for the orientation, guys, we're going to go through a training. I'll explain a little bit about our training process for experienced drivers and also new drivers, inexperienced drivers right out of school and everything. First of all, everybody, whether it's experienced or not experienced, has an 8-day orientation. Your 8-day orientation will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We'll provide transportation for you. We'll put you up in a hotel. We'll provide breakfast and lunch, okay? When I say experienced drivers, you have to have at least 5 months of over-the-road experience to be considered an experienced driver. If you have less than that, less than 5 months of over-the-road, after the 8 days is complete, that's when you'll go out with an actual road trainer. You'll be out with the road trainer for 3 to 4 weeks, okay? Now, of course, all this is paid. We have a sign-on bonus once you complete orientation. It's for student drivers, for example. After you complete the 8 days, it's $520 for the first 8 days. And then you go out with your road trainer, and you're getting paid $90 per day while you're out with your road trainer. Break it down weekly, it's $630 weekly. Now, we have a sign-on bonus after you complete orientation for our experienced drivers that's going on right now, and that's $5,200. So get a pretty good chunk right there. It's
Absolutely.
A good sum. Yeah.
It's really good. Nick mentioned to be considered experienced drivers. We have drivers that have driving experience, and sometimes you will need more time on the road than off the road. So if you drove for 5 months, but it's been 5 years, 3 years, whatever time frame, it's your experience that you would get paid for, and we'll talk about that pay structure right now in a second. What is our compensation package like? But if you have older experience, you still get paid what you're worth based on your experience. Yeah. It's just that you might need to go out on a trainer truck because it's been a while since the last time you actually drove on the road. So kind of some folks like to call it like a refresher course, right?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
And so that experience has to be like yesterday's kind of experience as far as experienced drivers to be able to qualify for that. And all you need is 5 to 6 months of over-the-road experience, not including your school. Because school is pretty much, it's great that you went to school, and we love that experience. We love drivers that go to school and complete that process, but it needs to be actual experience out on the road. And so you do qualify for those $5,200, and it breaks it down. It's actually really easy to obtain. That is really tangible. I believe you get like $1,200 after orientation, right, and then your first paycheck. Yeah. And then the rest of it, I think $2,000 on 3 months.
And then 6
months. Yep. So yeah, so it is, it's really like $1,200 up front. And then if you're in it for the long term, which I know you are, because Melton definitely is a great company. We offer so much for our drivers. We emphasize our drivers here. We love our drivers. We embrace them. Bob Peterson is an amazing guide, and everything that we do is to make sure that is for our drivers' well-being. And so if you're in it for the long shot, definitely this is a place to be. Nick talked to you guys a little bit about the training. I want to go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit about our pay, and hopefully we're going to go ahead and share with you guys that information. So hopefully you guys are be able to see that. So we're sharing a brochure. This kind of tells you a little bit about our company in general, like the hiring process, and we bring in graduates. And there's one student with this big smile after he got his truck. And so this is just kind of an overview of how long we've been in business, as Nick mentioned. We've been around for 67 years now. You know, so it's if you're looking for stability, a company to consider securement, to be secure, this definitely is the place. Bob Peterson, a CDL holder himself, he still holds a CDL. He has driven before, occasionally goes out there and experience what our drivers have to do to make a paycheck, support their families, to provide for their families, right? And so that's definitely something that is really important. That's one of the reasons why I love being part of the Melton family, because he's an amazing boss, an example for all of us. And, so we, he leads this team, and we couldn't be in a better place. So for our trainees, if you could see in the screen, we started drivers 46 cents per mile. Empty or loaded miles, I think that's really important as you're looking at carriers, that you understand, the fact whether you're going to pay empty miles or loaded miles. Not everybody pays the same. And so keep that in mind, keep that into consideration as you're looking at other carrier companies. Nick, do me a favor, can you upload up a little bit the screen as far as the pay? I think there's like the little sign on the side there. Yeah. Push that up a little bit. There you go. Right. I want to make sure that you guys can see it. And maybe it's just me, I'm blind. I'm not wearing my glasses. So we'll start you, thank you, Nick, appreciate that. We'll start you at 46 cents per mile once you come in. And then after you obtain some experience, it is your pay increases. And what I like about Melton is that if you decide to stay with us for a little bit over a year, then you'll be able to get paid the same as the driver that's been here for 3 years. So, 6 to 8 months, it goes to 48 cents per mile. 9 to 11 is 49. A solid year is 51 cents per mile. 3+ years is 52 cents per mile. And our base on Melton miles right now, top pay is 57 cents a mile. So that's phenomenal. And one of the things that we don't show in our brochure, after you had this pay increases, technically the rest of it comes with the Melton miles that you put in, with us. So if you get 120,000 Melton miles, you automatically go to 52 cents per mile. And that is very tangible, guys. Everyone could actually reach that if you stay focused, right? Time management is going to be key. And so all the drivers that have that time management and plan on time, could do that within a year and a half. I have some of the drivers that done it with a year and a half. And so they're technically cutting the time as far as the pay versus an experienced driver. You could get those 52 cents a mile with a year and a half of driving experience. So it's, I love our pay. I think that especially for trainees, I think that it's, they're able to make more money as they get more experience under their belt, and our pay structure is phenomenal. Another thing that I love about our pay as well is our per diem. Yeah, we have a per diem option, right? I believe our per diem option is 14 cents per mile. So let's say I'm coming in at 46 cents per mile and I want to have 14 cents out of those 46 cents per mile to be non-taxable, what we call per diem. You would have that option. We have about 40% of our drivers right now that are on the per diem, and the other 60% are not. So per diem doesn't work for everybody. It just, it depends on what you want to do, right? But you do have that option. You have the option to opt in it if you want to. You're still going to see it in your paycheck. A lot of folks get confused about the per diem. Sometimes I think we're giving them the cash up front, but it's still in your paycheck. You'll be able to see it on the breakdown on your pay stub that shows, how much you make on non-taxable and on the tax one. So, but that's an option for you. I think that you could bring a couple of extra $100, right? And so per paycheck. So I think that it's something that you could do it. That's an option. Like I said, not everybody's not an option for everyone. Everybody has different lifestyles, and somebody might want to purchase a house or something like that, keep in mind that per diem is not considered income. So, Nick, can you talk to us a little bit about the extra pay that we
Definitely.
offer?
Yeah, it's like she was talking about, guys, as far as our cents per mile, you're starting off at a really solid cents per mile based on your experience and everything. So even being a new driver, all the way up to being an experienced driver. But like she said, we are a flatbed company. So what's nice is that we also get paid $50 for TARP pay. And if you're not familiar with TARP pay, guys, there's certain loads on flatbed that are covered. You're the ones who cover those loads. You get paid $50. We average tarping about 3 loads per week, if I'm not mistaken.
I think last time I checked was 60% that
Yeah,
we were tarping.
about 60 to 70%. So it's that, and also last time I checked, we were tops in the industry in tarp pay. So
Yes,
not many people can beat us or compare to us as far as tarp pay. And guys, that tarp pay adds up. So definitely adds up. But there's also extra ways, guys, to make money. I recommend getting a hazmat endorsement. You get an extra 6 cents per mile when you haul hazmat loads. Also, if you're willing and eligible to go into Canada, you get an extra 6 cents per mile. So that's important as well. Also, we do some over-dimensional size loads. When you haul over-dimensional size loads, you will get a extra 16 cents per mile on those type of loads.
And that's incredible. And we give them all the tools to be successful in this business. We want them to grow, professionally.
Oh, yeah.
So during orientation, we teach them the load procurement aspect, of everything, because our freight is so diversified. It's not like we just focus on glass or steel. It's so diversified that we spend so much time emphasizing and focusing on teaching them every aspect of it. So, in oversized over dimensional, that's great. Imagine coming in at 46 plus 16. That's pretty good.
It is.
So.
No, guys, she's right. As far as our, we're very hands-on as far as our training. We know not everybody coming in is going to have flatbed experience, and that's okay. We will definitely train you for that. I promise you, there's a right way, a wrong way, a safe way to tarp, and you will definitely learn all that during orientation. And if you have to go out with your road trainer, of course, will help you with that as well. We know that flatbed's not for everybody. We understand that it is more physical. You're tarping. The tarps can be anywhere from 90 to 100 pounds. You're tarping out in the elements sometimes. So it is more physical work, but it is definitely very rewarding. Okay.
It certainly is.
It's a good way to stay healthy, stay in shape if you need to, get back in shape. It's always good. Breaks up the monotony of driving. If pay is important, like we're talking about our pay, guys, normally you're going to make more in the flatbed division. I promise you, like I said, there's an art to tarping. There's a right way, a wrong way, a safe way. We have, it doesn't matter. We have females in our fleet as well. So anybody can learn how.
Anybody can learn how. And as I mentioned, our job is to help you grow. We're not just going to give you a manual and say, hey, here, call me. Absolutely not. We take pride in our training program starts from our trainers. We have spent a lot of time with them. Now that we could all be on the same page, we kind of handpicked our trainers, right? They have to be interviewed. They have to go through a process. And, one of the questions that we ask them is like, why do you want to do this? Because let's be honest, not like our trainers make, tons of money just because they become trainers, because we want them to be wanting to do this for the right things, right? But we want them to do it for the right things. And they agree. Our trainers that do this, they don't do it for the money. They do this because they want to pass on their legacy. We take pride on our safety score here in Melton Truck Line. So we want to keep it that way. So our trainers understand that by training the right folks out there, by training the drivers professionally, that's how we maintain our record here. And, that's Melton Truck Lines takes pride on that. And that's how we make money, actually. And drivers make money by maintaining our safe CSA score as well. So I think that all starts from the bottom up. It starts with the trainers, with the equipment, everything that we have to offer here at Melton Truck Line. So in our 8 days of orientation, I think that we do a great job as far as selecting, as Nick says, very hands-on. It's not everyone is fit for the job. We just want you to be open-minded about your career and understanding. Sometimes folks get a little bit, when it comes to flatbed, they have, they have this idea what flatbed is, or they heard and they've experienced it before. So we just want you to be open-minded. If, anyone could do it if they have the will. And let's be honest, if you could do it physically, right? Because it's a little bit more physically demanding. So, but it's rewarding, as Nick said. We pay you for the tarping, we pay you for any additional Canadian loads, we talked about that. You
hazmat.
know, hazmat, if you do any hazardous materials, you know, if you do any inspections you go through, we'll pay you for that. Of course, we don't want you to go through the scale just because I get pulled over $25. But if you do get pulled over and they do an inspection, then, you know, and we are 100% sure that it's going to be a clean inspection because we train our drivers properly, and then we have top-notch equipment. And so if you do go through it, you'll make $25 more. Nick, I am super excited about this. About a month ago, we announced our tuition reimbursement. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, actually, I know on this brochure, if you can see it, guys, it says that our tuition reimbursement is $5,000. We've actually changed that, like she said, about a month and a half ago. We're offering $10,000 now for tuition reimbursement. So any new recent graduates and they come to work for us, they're eligible for the tuition reimbursement up to $10,000. What's nice about that is it really doesn't matter how you pay for your school either. You know, you can go through the military, stuff like that, or if you went through some type of grants, which is really nice. But we pay you directly. We don't pay the school, we pay you directly. It's $150 a month that we pay you directly, and then you can use that to pay for your schooling. But yeah, it's $10,000 now.
And what I love about that is that they don't have to sign a contract with us. You know, this is just something that we provide as being part of our Melton family, our team. So if you did self-pay for your school or use your GI Bill for it, you know, you qualify for up to $10,000, and it's $100, $150 a month.
$150 a month.
And we deposit to you. It goes straight to you. And the day that you decide we're no longer a company suitable for your needs and you decide to walk away, we're not going to charge you for that. That was just part of the benefit for joining the Melton team. So we have a really cool program right now also for the experienced drivers, the referral bonus right now too.
Definitely.
Is it $1,000 that we're offering? You know, that's great. We all know someone who's in need of a job, or is always asking you, hey, how's work at Melton? How do you like it? How do you enjoy it? And, you know, if you know of anyone that is interested, and you're not going to do it for the money, of course, but it's a great benefit to have, right? So I think right now we have a really great program for us, a referral program. And also if you refer students or anyone like that, we also compensate our drivers for that. But who better than them, guys? I mean, our drivers, you know, talk to them. They will tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, right?
Exactly.
So you'll make those decisions. So I really love that and enjoy that. We want to talk about a little bit about our extra benefits that we have here at Melton Truck Lines besides our great benefits. One of my favorite benefits here at Melton Truck Lines is our benefits. It's our 401k. I love our 401k.
We've got a great 401k.
Yes. We match what, 7%?
Up to 7%. Yeah, you're fully vested after 3 years, but we match up to 50 cents on the dollar, up to 7%, guys.
Yeah, so that's great. That's free money, as Russ says, right?
Yeah.
Free money. So take advantage of that. If you don't have a 401k, start working on getting one. So come and join the Melton family. You'll be able to get a 401k, match up to 7%. You know, you're fully invested up to 3 years. As I mentioned earlier, if you're looking for a company that is going to be committed to you as you committed to them and looking for a career, not just a job or career, then it's worth your while sticking around here with us. After 3 years, you're fully invested, right? You also earn profit sharing as well. That's
3 years.
After 3 years. So that is phenomenal. Our profit sharing is it's awesome. I think that Bob is really generous when it comes to that, because not a lot of folks actually do profit sharing for their drivers. Most of the time it's for company office employees. So I really like that. You know, we have free clinics here on site at Tulsa for the benefit of our drivers. I think that is really important. And like I said, I think that it's really, really awesome that Bob thinks outside the box and provide all these services for our drivers. Because let's be honest, you guys have a really tough job. Your job is tough. Your family, it's tough for families as well. And the last thing you want to do is, a lot of us, sometimes we procrastinate, we feel sick and like, well, I think it's just a little gassy. I'm a little gassy, so I'm not going to go to the doctor. But if you're here in Tulsa or Laredo, we have a doctor. It's not a nurse. It's an actual doctor. You could come and see them while you're here. So you're not spending any time away from home or your family. You're here, you go see them. You know, it's a full doctor. If you need to prescribe you anything, if the medicine is here on site, you know, they would provide here, and you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to go to the pharmacy. You don't have to do anything that we have here. And so that's a great perk to have. Another one that is one of my ultimate favorite as well is our personal trainer.
Yeah, we have our own
We
personal
have a
trainer.
gym, guys,
gyms
right?
inside a couple
I mean,
of terminals.
Flatbed is already a gym, and we're not going to charge our gym membership for
No,
it. But but if you come to Tulsa, we have a gym here, personal trainer, personal nutritionist that could put meals together for us. We all know, we kind of think that we know what to eat out there, but in reality, I don't think I thought I did until Brett helped me read labels and find out it specifically, I thought it said, fat free or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like I'm watching my diet, but he's amazing. And I love the fact that Bob hired him and he's on our payroll to help us, because driving as it is, you're driving 8-10 hours a day. You're not moving a lot. And let's be honest, I mean, that doesn't help us at the end of the day.
No, it's tough to stay healthy out on the road. And that's what, Brett is there for, like you said, to help you write out nutrition plans, exercise plans if you need to. But definitely, guys, take advantage of the gyms when you're at the terminals. Also, like she said, the free medical clinics, guys, that's not many companies are going to offer, a medical clinic on site for you. And you'll find out, with our benefits, guys, if you do your research and everything like that, we're about half the cost of what it normally is in the industry.
Yes.
We go through a company called GPA, Group Pension Administrators. Next year, I think we're
there are going to be a couple of changes next year, but that's in the next couple of months.
Yeah, and we'll send you.
We'll send you information.
We'll send you more information on that, on who our provider is. But GPA, Group Pension Administrators, along with the new company they're partnering with, Aetna, I think it is. But we can send you more information on that.
Absolutely. If you guys want to send us an email, we would answer some questions as well. And if you sign up for the webinar, we're going to be doing a follow-up with you as far as, sending you additional information. So if you're interested to know a little bit more about our new provider as far as our health, please send us an email and then we'll be able to address that. Another thing that we do here at Melton Truck Lines that I also appreciate a lot, and I think that our drivers do too, is our rider and pet policy. Yeah, right.
That's great.
Not a lot of carrier companies will allow you to have a pet in the truck, so we allow you to have one dog or a cat. Cannot exceed 90 pounds. So we're not going to put in scale, but if he looks.
Just don't put like a Saint Bernard or a dog that looks like a horse on there. You'll be all right.
Yes.
As long as it's a normal, average sized dog. And what she was saying as far as pet policy, a lot of companies don't offer that, but if they do, a lot of times they put restrictions on breeds.
Restrictions on the breed, and we don't have restrictions on breeds. So it's meets kind of like the guidelines on the 90 pounds, so it would be good. So we also allowed you to have a rider after you get your own truck. You could have anyone 18 years or older to ride with you. Not necessarily needs to be a family member. It could be anyone. I have one of my drivers that he has friends that ask him about his job and he said, hey, why don't you tag along with me? Come along with me so you can see what I do for a living, how much money I make, and before you decide to go get your CDL. I think that that's great. I think that that's amazing. Amazing that we allowed that, that because there's some carrier companies who said, oh, you have to wait 3 months, 6 months. There's a grace period before they could get someone as a rider, and we don't. As soon as you get on your own truck, you fill out a form that we need to have, and then anyone 18 years or older could ride with you. Kids must be 10 years or older, and it could ride with you during a summer break. Possibly now, maybe they're homeschool also now with some of the changes that are going on. So what we want to talk about a little bit, guys, we want to show you guys, hopefully we were able to show you a video of our equipment. I think that equipment is something that it's it's important that you look at as you're looking at carriers, because when I go visit schools, what is the first thing that they tell us that they got into this industry? You say, hey, what's important to you? And they're like, money. Money. What are you here for the money, right? We're all here for the money. Money. They say money makes the world go around. That's what I heard. So money is important, but how are you gonna make the money?
You got to have good equipment, guys. If you're constantly broke down, it's not going to mean it. It's not going to mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything, and then you're going to be harassed by DOT all the time. And let's not talk about that. Let's talk about, God forbid, something happened because the company that you selected didn't take care of the equipment just because it says money, right? Well, God forbid something happens to you or someone out on the road. We all have families. We all want to go to our families. And so you need to be very selective of the company that you choose. And there's 3 things that I feel drivers should ask and it should consider important. First and most form, I think equipment. Equipment is really, really important. I think that, that's how you're going to make money. Number two, I think that you need to figure it out. Where do you see yourself from 6 months to a year from now, right? Selecting a company that is going to help you grow, that make you help you professionally in this industry, and that supports you, that supports your family. And number three, I think that is just having an overall view of what can you do? What do you want to see? I will always talk to folks and they say, I want this. Well, one is one thing, and then being able to get it something different.
Sure.
So have a plan. But how are you going to be successful is by making sure that you select the carrier company that has great equipment, that is going to support you 100%, that is going to help you grow professionally, and it's going to be on your corner. Definitely. Communication, have great communication with you. So, and equipment is important. So we're going to try to show you guys this video. So let's
Bear
see.
with us here.
Yes. So this is our first time trying to share the video. So hopefully we can't. So we're trying to share the video. I think
if
that
somebody
we might
could respond, was anybody able to see that video?
Were you guys able to see it?
Somebody respond maybe in the comments. Just put yes or no if you're able to see a video. We just played it.
Go to the desktop. This. All right. Click on it. There it goes. Now play the box.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? Did you guys already see yourself riding the Beauty? Because oh my God, that was an amazing truck. I even probably if I was gonna see the owner, I probably want to go.
Still didn't show. Oh goodness, somebody just said there's no video. Well, okay.
No, we did. We was able to. We played it earlier. I think we were able to see it.
Yeah, somebody just.
Maybe that was before we played it.
Well.
You can see our equipment on our website if you guys like. We apologize.
Sorry,
this is the first time trying to play this video. I thought we did share the video earlier. First time it didn't go through, but then the second time it looked like it went through. So we're going to go ahead and start answering some questions here. Just want to talk to you guys one more thing about our OJT program.
Well, before we do the OJT program, we probably want to tell them a little bit about home time.
Yes. So let's talk about home time because I think that that's another thing that it should be really that is important to our drivers actually. Well, that's the number 2 question we get out on the road. So.
And guys, real quick, we'll get into home time. But again, since you weren't able to see the video, as far as our trucks, we drive the majority of the trucks that we drive are Kenworth T680s. The oldest we have in our fleet right now is just 3 years old. We rotate our trucks out every 3 to 4 years. So, like Monica was mentioning, it's very important as far as safety, so we want to buy the best equipment out there that we feel. And our trucks, they come fully equipped. They come with 15 to 1800 watt inverters, which is nice. They all come with refrigerators as well. Some of them even have the electronic APUs in there now, so that allows you to idle without using any fuel and everything. So we're very big into, like she said, our equipment. We want to make sure you guys are safe out there. We do have one of the top CSA scores in the industry. So But yeah, Kenworth's 2680s, like I said, the oldest we have in our fleet right now is just 3 years old. We rotate them out every 3 to 4 years. You're basically getting a brand new truck every few years.
Every 3 years. And I believe we purchased about 300 Freightliners, or a handful of Freightliners that we're trying to have Freightliners now. So, but the majority of the fleet, we see our fleet are KWs. They're great trucks. We've been using them since I can remember. So that they're definitely great equipment, and they come fully equipped with all the amenities you need, because the comfort of our drivers is our priority. It's important to us. We want to make sure that you can get a good night's sleep, that you have all the tools and to be able to perform your job and stay comfortable out on the road. So is there anything else that you want to talk about before we move forward? What I want to talk, we wanted to talk about the OJT program that we have.
Yeah, let's do home time, and then we get into the OJT.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys, as she was mentioning, as far as we're an over-the-road company, okay, we know home time's important to our drivers. So we'll show you a quick little map how it is kind of broken down for you. But basically what it is, oh, maybe not.
There.
There we go, sorry. We're an over-the-road company, so we travel all 48, okay? Now, the majority of our runs are Midwest to East Coast. Probably.
Go back to the other one. Go to this one. This one. And then stop sharing. And then do share again. Share. And then we'll click on, there you go. Yeah, you see how it's a red box.
All right, sorry, guys. But no, we want to go, and like I said, we're an over-the-road company, so we travel all 48, right? Now, the majority of our runs are Midwest to East Coast. Probably about 70-75% of our runs are. With that being said, the minimum we need our drivers out. Sorry, this it's going a little slow. I'm trying to get it down there for you. The minimum we need our drivers out in your area, guys, would be at least, say, for example, if you live east of I-35, the minimum we need our drivers out is at least 2 weeks. So you'd be out 2 weeks, and that means you'd be home for 2 days, and you get full days at home. If you live west of I-35, the minimum we need you out would be at least 3 weeks, okay? So you'd be out at least 3 weeks if you live west of I-35. Now you can kind of see it. We got a little map there. It's broken into a light green and a dark green. Again, if you live in the dark green area, the minimum we need our drivers out is at least 14 days. If you live in the light green area, the minimum we need you out is at least 21 days or 3 weeks. Now, we do give you the option, guys, to stay out as long as you want. Every 7 days you're out, you gain a day off. So if you want to stay out, you know, say 4 weeks, you get 4 full days off. If you want to stay out 5 weeks, you'll get 5 full days off, and so on. So, but the minimum we need you out is if you live in the green area would be at least 2 weeks. Like I said, if you live in the light green area, the minimum we need you out is at least 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I like about our home time as well is the fact that sometimes I get asked this question that we have hubs everywhere, and I'm like, well, you know, 48 states it would be difficult to have hubs, but you're entitled to take the truck home with you when you go home. So if once you flag for your home time, give us, you know, as Nick said, if you want to go home every 2 weeks, then on your 7th day out, you send a Qualcomm message, you flag what we consider flag for home time, and we have up to 7 business days to route you back to the house. Now, keep in mind, as Nick said, not all of our drivers, everybody has different lifestyles, and what I love about our home time is the fact that you kind of manage that, you know. A lot of our drivers have their dogs, their spouse with them. So, you know, the kids are grown. They want to just travel and see the United States, which is beautiful. We live in a beautiful country. And so, and get paid for it and be with each other. So a lot of them stay out months at a time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And so if you are east of I-35, you guys can see in the map is a little white line that runs from Texas all the way up to Michigan. And so for every 7 days you stay out on the road, you accrue 1 day off. So, you know, if you don't use the time, you could bank it. You never lose that time. Like you could bank as many days. There's no expiration date for that.
Great. Yeah.
And so that's great. That's one of the things you have to look at when you talk to carriers, find out, because not everybody's like us. So some carriers only allow you to be out certain time. And the reason being is because if that truck is not moving, they're not creating revenue. You know, so they will only allow you to be out 3 days regardless, because they feel that that truck is sitting, it's not making money for them. But here at Mountain Trucklands, we feel that if you already work hard, you get to play hard too, right?
Exactly.
So you earn it. So, you know, that money, that truck made enough money, made money for you, made money for Melton. So you're entitled to take your home time and get some rest. Come on, sometimes you have to decompress and go home and see your family. Another thing that I like about our home time is the fact that if you're in the dark green, and let's say you want to go see, you have a family reunion, right? And I live in Texas and my family reunion is going to be in Illinois, right?
Yeah.
I could request by changing my home domicile to go to Illinois and take my home time.
Yeah. So it saves you time. You don't have to worry about, you know, wasting your home time days, going home, dropping off your truck, and then finding a way out to, say, Illinois, like you're saying.
Yeah, I go see my family, spend some time with them for the family reunion, and then I'm back out on the road. You know, then the next time I want to take my home time back in Texas, all I need to do is just change my home domicile when I submit my request to go home. Keep in mind, you're responsible for that. We're not responsible. I always tell my drivers, I don't have a little crystal ball. I wish I did, but I don't. Make sure that you change your home domicile whatever you want to take your home time. So that is definitely a great perk to have. I love that, because you're not spending time from your home time or money out of your pocket to get you there. A truck would get you there. Melton truck would get you there. So you think about all the money you could save on that aspect of the job. And so that's one of the things that I love about Melton. And then if you're west of I-35, then the out time would be 3 weeks out. But statistically, we've done some research. The drivers stay out longer.
The more money they'll make. Yeah.
And so it's all about how much money you need to make.
Yeah. It's kind of like your own business, guys. The harder you drive, of course, the more miles you'll get, the more money you'll get. And what's nice, she was talking about our home time, is that, yes, you're going to get full 24-hour periods. And like she said, we never put a cap on your home time. So honestly, guys, if you have 20 days accrued and you take 20 days off, you could.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a driver that stays off for months.
It's totally up to you. And like she said, any days that you don't use while you're at home that you have accrued, bank them up, use them at a later time. They won't expire. They roll over each year. Yeah. So it's really nice, guys. It's kind of not a lot of companies will do that for you.
Not a lot. Bob doesn't do that for us, right?
Yeah, I know. I wish. Right?
And we don't take our vacation time. What is it? You snooze, you lose.
Yeah. It's not like vacation days where you got to use them or lose them.
That is definitely a great perk to have as a CDO holder, as a driver, as a member of our team here at Mountain Truckline. So don't wait to ask us questions, and hopefully you get to join our team as well. Are we going to jump into the questions now, or is there something else that we might have missed out? Just click on that. Double click on that one. Yeah. Introduce.
Yeah, guys, we'll go ahead and get into questions real quick. Please ask any questions that you guys might have. Looks like somebody asked earlier if blue is always our logo color. Majority of our trucks are the Melton blue. Yes, majority of our trucks are the Melton blue. You may see some that are different colors out on the road. If you do see some that are different colors, guys, that's awesome. You know, they're one of our top drivers. Once you reach 1 million miles with us, you get to customize your own truck. So if you do see some that are different colors, of course, you'll get a decal on your truck logo saying how many miles you've driven with us and everything like that. But if those are the drivers, if you ever see them out on the road, you want to talk to, because you know they've been with us for a while. There's some of our top drivers. Yeah. So it's but yeah, majority of our trucks are the Melton blue. If you do see some that are different colors, then you know there are 1 million milers, or what we call our blue nights.
Yes, yes, absolutely. What is our second question? You could dismiss that.
Somebody says, I don't care about home time. Give me a good truck, and that will be my home on the road. And hey,
well,
that's
give us
great.
a call.
Yeah,
come on, give our recruiting team a call at 888-861-6181.
Yeah,
what are you waiting for? Let me repeat the number again. 888-861-6181. We, as I mentioned, too bad we couldn't see the video, but go to our website, and like I said, our equipment is top notch. We take pride in our equipment. I think Bob spends his investments go straight to our trucks, and it's a lot of money. It makes sure that our equipment is top notch for that. So what is our next question?
somebody asked if we have husband and wife teams. We are predominantly solo, but we do have a few teams, especially like husband and wives living in the same home. We do have that
under
option.
the same household.
Yeah, if you live in the same house, we don't have like a certain team division per se, like some companies do, where we stick you with somebody random. You have to know somebody and bring them on with you. So the teams that we do have are more like husband and wife. Yes.
Yeah, keep in mind that flatbed freight is different than dry box or reefer. A lot of the stuff that we haul are live loads happening right now. And let's not talk about the wear and tear on equipment. When you do team driving, you're literally, that truck never stops, like 24/7. So that's one of the reasons we would prefer to be someone that's under the same household. You still would be average a little bit more miles than a single driver, but it's just different freight when it comes to flatbed.
Yeah. And if you're interested in team or something, a husband and wife like you're talking about, let us know and we'll email you kind of the way the team pay is set up.
How the pay goes.
Yeah.
And see if it works out for you.
Yeah. Somebody said that they're certified PA inspection mechanic. They've had a Class A for 15 years. 15 years. I drive for the company very often. I mainly drive international. Okay.
So he doesn't have a CDL. What is him? So he doesn't, or he does?
He does have it says he does have a Class A CDL. So basically he doesn't have much experience though. Okay. Yeah. He wants to change the profession. What would I do to qualify? Yeah. I mean, like I said, as long as you have the main thing is you have to have at least a Class A license, which you do. You've had it for 15 years. You drive for the company very often. So basically what it is, no, we could bring you in. We would just find out how much experience, if you have any experience over the road or not. If you don't, that's fine, but we'll bring you into orientation. We'll call you. First of all, we'll talk to you, give us a call, like she said, and we'll pre-qualify you to make sure you're qualified, first of all. And then we can help update an application, and then we can get everything scheduled for you as far as orientation is concerned.
Yeah, you might have to go out with a trainer, like a trainee, sort of like a refresher course, but give our recruiting team a call. They'll be able to, ask a couple of questions, and we'll figure it out from that point as far as if you qualify and what is necessary, what do we need to do, and see if you also agree with those terms as far as going on a trainer's truck.
Okay. Yeah. And somebody asked what the average length of haul is. We are more of a long haul. We don't do much short hauls. Our average length of haul is about, what would you say, about 800 plus miles? It was
850 to 900 last time we got that update on that. So yes, we're more a long haul than.
Yeah, our average length of haul is going to be about 800. So, but she said 850 to 900 miles. So yeah, we don't do many short stops. If you have to do an extra stop or something, you do get paid an extra $25 if you do an extra stop. But
now, he said weekly, so I would assume that it's probably asking about the miles, because those are the loads. The length is just like how many miles the load's going to have. So that is technically, the load and average that we estimate that is between 850 to 900. So
yeah,
our miles right now, winter is coming, so we have to be very transparent with you guys, and that's what we expect our drivers to do as well. Communication is important. So the winter miles going to slow down a little bit because of the weather conditions, holidays, and so we are estimating that our winter miles could probably slow down a little bit, not drastically. What we're averaging, we're thinking between 2,200, 21 or 2,200 plus, right?
Yeah.
In the winter. And so this is when we emphasize and want our drivers not just to focus on the miles, but focus on getting other endorsements that would potentially give you an opportunity to make more money besides just on the miles.
Yeah.
Like your TWIG, your hazmat, your Canada eligible, making sure that is. So our average miles is about, in the winter, it's probably going to be about 22 to 2,200 miles.
Yeah. Right now it's about 23 to 25, but yeah, freight will slow a little bit during the winter. But again, guys, I mean, like she said, that's why we recommend getting the extra endorsements as hazmat. If you're eligible going to Canada, getting a TWIG card. The longer you stay out as well, like she mentioned earlier, the longer you stay out, the more money, the more miles you can get. And that's one good thing about us, is since we are such a diversified freight that we haul, we're not just tied to one part of the industry. There's a lot of different freights that you are able to haul. So,
That's
Somebody,
what I like about our business model, you know,
definitely.
that we're able to go everywhere. So they're asking us if they live in North Dakota and wanted to find out if the out time was going to be at least 2 weeks out. That fall, North Dakota is west of I-35.
West of I-35.
So that is fall into the 3-week out time. And so the minimum out, at least out time that we would expect you to be out would be at least 3 weeks out. You earn 1 day for every 7 days you stay out on the road.
Yeah, and like you said, yeah, that's west. That's kind of more West Coast. So yeah, the minimum we need you out is at least 3 weeks. Again, stay out as long as you want. If you stay out the minimum 3 weeks, you'd have 3 days at home. But again, every 7 days you're out, you gain a day off. So somebody asked, said they're a husband and wife looking to get their CDL and drive together. That's great. All the kids are grown, living on their own. You know, we have a lot of drivers that are doing that. So, yeah, we do not have a school here ourselves. Now we have a lot of schools, depending on what area you live in, that we do partner with, that we can send you to. We won't pay for it ourselves, but we have
that tuition reimbursement up to $10,000, and a lot of the colleges or community colleges that we visit or schools, sometimes they have like Pell Grants programs, financial aid that you might qualify for. Send us your information. Send us an email, and then we'll email you some of the schools. You tell us the list of schools in your areas, and then give them a call. I mean, the majority of them are very helpful. Yeah. And like I said, if you don't, we don't pay for the school ourselves. We don't have a sponsorship program here in Melton, but we do reimburse up to $10,000. And there might be some programs out there that you might qualify for. Okay.
Yeah, it's great because we do, like me and Monica, our main job is to travel to different schools. So we have a lot of, we work with a lot of different schools and have a lot of referrals that we can refer you to. So we can definitely get that to you. I see your email down there, and we can get your email, and we'll email you some more information about the different schools and stuff. Somebody said they understand there's some local drivers in Detroit that run into Canada. I live in central North Dakota, approximately 70 miles from Canada. Are there any local runs into Canada near? We don't have any local runs, really. We are, like I said, we're more over the road. So you'd have to be willing to go, over the road. And living in North Dakota, the minimum we need you out would be at least 3 weeks. So, but we don't have any local runs, unfortunately, in like North Dakota area.
Hey, but you could always come and work for us for some time frame, get a little bit more experience. We all know what's going on in our country right now with this pandemic. And so a lot of local jobs are, especially in the oil field and all that. And then there's some of the companies that actually are downsizing right now. So if you don't find a local job, consider being an over-the-road driver for, some time. You don't have to do this forever until things get a little bit better. And you're going to get over-the-road experience, which a lot of carrier companies see that as a positive add on to your resume in your career. This is just a local. So you ever want to consider, give us a shot. And like I said, you don't have to do this forever. So
no, and it's and again, you can still go into Canada being over the road with us. Like I said, you get an extra 6 cents per mile when we haul loads in out of Canada.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody asked, I do see the husband and wife that gave us your email, and you said you live in Virginia. I have quite a few schools. I actually visit Virginia.
Oh, that's a great area.
Depending on where you live in Virginia, there's Shipper's Choice, which is a good school. Also, CDS Tractor Trailer is another really good school. They have
Allstate is there.
They have no, they don't have Allstate there. Not in Virginia, close, but not. But I would say CDS Tractor Trailer is a really good school, and also, like I said, Shipper's Choice, and also ATI in Norfolk, Virginia, is a advanced technical institute. So those are some schools. But if you tell me exactly where you live, then I can tell you what school is good that you can go look at. Somebody asked how many terminals we have. Of course, our main location is in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but we do have 5 terminals nationwide. We have one, of course, in Tulsa. It's our main corporate location. We have one in Birmingham, Alabama. We have one in the Youngstown, Ohio area. It's actually Massery, Ohio. And then we have 2 in Texas, Laredo and El Paso.
Which Laredo is like our second largest.
Yeah, Laredo's our second largest.
So yeah, that's a great question. Good question.
Yeah, that really is. But again, you don't have to live by any of our terminals. Remember that. You're allowed to take the truck home with you. So you don't have to have any, you don't have to live by any of our terminals. So even if our terminals aren't near you. But yeah, we have 5 nationwide, guys. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Is there any other questions?
Please feel free to send out your your questions. Remember, you're on your cell phone on the right-hand corner. You could click on the site there, and you'll be able to submit your question there. We want to make sure that we answer any questions, any concerns you may have. If you don't have your CDL and you're considering, just like the team couple here, they were asking questions, we'll be more than happy to help you with that. And if you do have your CDL and looking for change, looking for something different, or you have friends or family, talk to them about this career. This is an amazing career. It's like a gem that nobody has found. There's money to be made. We're essential workers now.
Yeah.
We've always been essential workers. If it wasn't for a truck driver, none of us would be sitting where we're sitting, having meals. We would have not been fighting. Life would have been so boring. We couldn't been fighting over toilet paper, right? So we owe that to our truck drivers, guys. So if you see them, show them respect, love, just like our military guys.
More questions.
So definitely. Please encourage someone else and help somebody else. We all know someone that is in need of help and maybe looking for something new and different. So what's the next question?
A couple more questions. What's the average loaded miles? Again, right now we pay you the exact same loaded and empty. Mm-hmm. Remember that. Okay, so starting off, no experience, like I said, 46 cents per mile, it's loaded and empty. If you come in with a year of experience, 51 cents per mile, loaded and empty. But right now, our average miles, like Monica mentioned earlier, we're averaging about 22 to probably about 2,500 miles a week. They may drop a little bit to about 21 to 2,200 during the winter time.
In the winter time.
Yeah. But again, guys, that is important to know that you are getting paid loaded and empty. Not every company will pay you if you're empty and you don't have deadhead miles. So
that is true.
And the husband and wife asked, if I were you guys who live in Yorktown, Virginia, I would recommend checking out, like I said, Shipper's Choice or CDS. There's some locations that are near Yorktown, I know. So Shipper's Choice, and get on their website. And like I said, also CDS Tractor Trailer. Detention pay, do we offer that, Monica?
We certainly do offer detention pay and layover pay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give people, I don't want to give our audience wrong information, but we do offer that.
$15. $15? Yeah, $15 for detention pay starting on the 3rd hour. And then we have layover pay, like she mentioned. It's $50 on the first 24 hours, $75 each additional day after that.
Now, it is really important that we offer that, absolutely offer that. But as I mentioned earlier, remember, flatbed freight is different than dry box and reefer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say you're never going to wait. I'm not going to say things don't happen, but we have a team of professionals that are always on top of their game, right? And they're getting, making sure that we take care of our drivers. And so if anything happens, remember there's live loads, crane operators waiting for you. So, but if that detention does happen, we would definitely take care of you. I never seen Melton do anything that is not correct, doing the right thing. So
yeah, but you will get, guys, like I said, we do offer detention pay and we do offer the layover pay. I'm sorry we didn't mention this earlier when we were talking about equipment, but they asked if we have automatics. Yes, about 90% of our fleet are automatics. So yes, you would be getting an automatic. Probably by the middle of next year, I'm assuming we'll be all
automatics. We're probably going to be 100% automatic. I think only just a few of our million-mile drivers are the ones that still have 10 speeds, right?
Most major companies, guys, are going to automatics anyway if they're not already there. Mm-hmm. So yes, you would be getting an automatic. Somebody asked about the medical benefits and when do they kick in?
Our medical benefits kick in within 60 days from your first date of hire. Mm-hmm. So what we encourage our drivers when you come to orientation, that is to bring all the documentations, the members that, not members, what am I thinking? Whoever you're going to have in your insurance.
Yeah, there you go. Dependents or whatever.
Your dependents, there you go. Bring your dependents information. We put it in the system. And when there's open enrollment, you're eligible for open enrollment, you're going to get a message from our benefits team and say, hey, open enrollment is coming. And we already have all the documentations that you need. And then they'll send you a notification and then we'll be eligible for it from 60 days from your first
60 days, and that's good. Yeah. And we go if you do your research, we're about half the cost of what it normally is in the industry. And like, again, we can always email you some information about the benefits. Somebody asked for a phone number for recruitment. Of course, guys, that's what we're going to get to. If you need, have any questions, looks like we're finished with the questions. Any more last minute questions, though, please write them. But guys, we do want to thank you for having us today.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. I'm sure we'll be doing this again next month, but if you do have questions, you're interested in doing an application, whatever it may be, if we didn't answer any questions on here, or you just need to talk to a recruiter, you can definitely give us a call. The number that you can call us at is 888-861-6181. That is 888-861-6181.
Yes. And you could also go to our website, check us out. We have some excellent information with some videos that are really helpful as far as, if you have concerns or you're a little bit hesitant about flatbed, we have some videos out there that kind of shows how the load securement is done. So it could ease your mind a little bit. And there's a lot of very informative videos that we have out there, some testimony from our drivers. And so we have a lot of updates on our YouTube videos. So go to our website if you have, want to watch some of the videos, please don't hesitate to call our recruiters. We have recruiters in our office 24/7, technically, 7 days a week. Some folks are in the office till like 8 o'clock at night. So we don't, we understand that our drivers are important and people, folks have different times. So we understand that being able to answer questions is not a Monday through Friday job, right? So we're here 24/7. So call our professionals, call our team of professionals. All of our recruiters are amazing. They've been here for a long time. Very educated about as far as what we offer. And if we don't know an answer, we certainly go to the sources and make sure that we give you the right answer. But yes, please call our recruiting team at 888-861-6181. Talk to them a little bit about what concerns, what else we were not able to answer for you guys here in this webinar. And as Nick said, I'm sure we're going to be meeting again maybe next month. And hopefully we do. And then, if you know anyone who's in the industry, anyone even that might be interested, like I said, tell them about us, tell them, hey, Melton, check them out. They have webinars. We don't have our own school ourselves, but Nick and I, visit a lot of schools, and we could give you, tell you which school is great, and all of our schools that we visit are fantastic. They all do a great job. 160 hours of training. That's technically the minimum. Certified schools. We're not going to send you a school that is just going to take your money and run with it. Definitely the schools that we visit, they're professionals, they're team players. We have great communication with them. And so we build great relationships with them. So we won't send you to someone that we wouldn't recommend ourselves, right? So thank you guys for having us, as Nick said. We're so pleased that you guys joined us today. And you guys have any questions, give us a call, or ask if you guys don't want to talk to our recruiting team, you feel more comfortable with us because you've seen us and you got, seen our faces, call us. Nick and I are in the office tomorrow. And so we're in the office. Just call and ask for us, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions. So thank you guys so much for your time. We appreciate you guys, and hope to see you soon.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.